Talking about Ragnar. Training staff for these airships really do a splendid job, don't they? They're a fine role model for the rest of the service industry. Is that who I think it is? Don't getting yourself too worked up, man. Now, man. Just end up screwing up even more, like usual. Oh, no, I thought that was Anton from the second game. Anyway, first thing is stopping by the central factory in Zeiss. There's no better place to learn about cutting-edge orbital tech than there. I'm gonna really have to make the most of it, really. My wife back to her family's home. I mean, I'm as aware as anyone that I've been so busy with her lately that I haven't been able to spend any time with her, but if I'd known it was going to come to this, I would have sat down and talked to her about it a long time ago. Oof. Being out here feels amazing. Never could. We're finally back home in Libro, which means it's time to start thinking of getting a house for ourselves. What kind of house would you like? Oh, it was the people that got married in the previous game. The two of us have spent the past half a year traveling all around the continent. I couldn't have wished for a better honeymoon. I'm so glad I chose him to spend my life with. Oh yeah, I did a side quest with them getting married. I found their engagement ring. That's cool to see, sort of like returning NPCs and stuff. No, you can't. Please sit down like a good girl. We're almost there now anyway, so just be quiet. Oh. I'm really not good with heights. I mean, it's not a phobia level or anything. I'm just really not good with them. Wherever you stay, buddy. Ooh, excuse me. As an aside, I was up to playing this game until like 2 a.m. Not this game, but Chosen the Sky second chapter, and then I immediately like woke up and everything and jumped into this. I'm not sure where to go. Oops, wrong. We're approaching the Legeend range. Be careful of potential air turbulence in this area. I know. I've been doing this route for 3 years now. I know what I'm doing, man. Famous last words. That was one amazing business discussion. I never thought I'd see the day when Marana wouldn't have the upper hand in one, but it just happened. The world is full of surprises. Marana, I feel like I gave her something in the previous game. Oh crap. I didn't see what she said, so the next time we do this, it's going to be a 6-4 deal in my favor. Let's scratch that. 7-3. That bargainer really knew how to put up a good fight for someone so young. I wonder if I could convince him to work for me. I used to be a sailor back in the day, but now I always use airships to get around. They're way faster than boats for one thing. Unlike orbital buses, you don't end up with a sore ass after a long journey either. I swear, sometimes I think this child has ants in her pants or something. Can she not sit down quietly for 5 blissful minutes? Oh, looks to everyone up here. Looks to everybody out here. Huh? Oh. Oh, I see. That's how that works. I thought I found something secret. Let me talk to the maintenance guy. About the only person I haven't talked to you. Alright, the orbital pressure looks pretty normal. Oh, sorry. I'm going to have to ask you not come down here, sir. Yeah. Huh. How do I progress the story? Oh, I can rotate the camera out here. My sister can be unbelievably stubborn sometimes. How am I supposed to enjoy sightseeing when she's being like this? I don't know. Man. I'm off to see my grandchild and grandson. They haven't seen one another in 3 years now. I've been really worried with all What with all the trouble that's been happening in Libra. Okay, now I definitely spoke to everybody. Alright. There must be a passenger on this ship that I missed. Okay. I haven't saved my game at all either. Probably do that. Alright. Oh, I guess I haven't spoken. Why do you want? Oh, never mind. Alright. Reduce the reporter's privileges. I know. Alright, cool. Yeah, I've spoken to everybody. There must be something obvious that I'm missing. I think. Mommy, can I have a go look outside? Can I? Now surely I've spoken to everyone. There we go. This is a passenger announcement. We'll soon be arriving at Grand Soul City, the terminus of this liner. We suggest that all passengers return to their seats as soon as possible, as the airship may be unsteady during landing. There we go. So lovely to be back here again. The Republic was a wonderful place too, but you can't beat the air here in Libro. You wouldn't believe all that stuff happened half a year ago looking at Grand Soul now. Looking at Grand Soul not either. It's all completely back to normal. The people here sure are strong for what's usually such a peaceful country. Well, it's a country ruled by a queen. Everyone knows women are tough in the face of adversity. I'm not sure whether you're a perfect example of that or the opposite. You're right about the air here though, it is nice. Nostalgic almost, makes me feel a little homesick. Your home's in Arteria, right? Place with all the really big churches and stuff? Nah, I'm not actually from Arteria. Not many people are. It's actually pretty darn small, like smaller than most states around the continent. It's where the high seat of the Septian Church is, so lots of pilgrims and clergymen gather there, but few are actually born there. Oh, really? Huh. So where are you from then? Dorothy? Must be Niall. Oh, Niall. I'm home. Did you miss me? Did I miss you? Of course I missed you. What in Adios's name have you been doing? I sent you to Bose. How did you end up in Calvert? You were definitely on the westbound liner, I'm sure of it. I really don't know. Oh wait, I might actually know. Go on then, spit it out. I bet I'm a sleepwalker. After I got on the right airship, I fell asleep and then sleepwalked onto the wrong one. I think all this could turn out to be part of some elaborate murder plot. I'm sorry. Wowee, all of a sudden I feel like I've walked right into a mystery novel. Sleepwalkers don't change airships, you idiot. I'm all out of breath now. Are you alright? I really do think you should cut down on your smoking. You're not as young as you used to be, you know? Oh right, your 30th birthday was last Friday too, wasn't it? Happy birthday! I bought a cake over in Calvert and I made a big celebration of it for it too. How's that you can remember useless crap like that and not the things that actually matter? I bet you were just looking for an excuse to eat cake all by yourself, weren't you? You should have seen it now. It was made with Eastern matcha, so it was like unlike any other cake I ever seen. The perfect blend of sweetness and bitterness was just sublime. I took lots and lots of cute pictures of it, so I'll show you them all later. You brought me pictures of a cake? At least bring back a souvenir. Dorothy is the best. Man, they always felt like they could go into business as a comedy duo and actually make money off of it. But they're even more of a crack up now. Wait a second. Nice to see you again, Niall. You're looking same old though. Maybe you're not so happy about that. What are you doing here? Please tell me she didn't get up going to Arteria and causing trouble there too. Your wish is my command. We just ran into one another on that airship by total coincidence. That's all. Oh, good. You had me worried for a minute. I was scared stiff she'd gone and smashed some super expensive stained glass windows in the cathedral there, or who knows what. I'm so sorry for what you had to put up with. Pshaw. You're too much of a worrywart. Whose fault do you think that is? Still, it's good to see you again, Father. What brings you to Libro? Something else happen here? Oh, just a bit of work-related business I've come to take care of. It's not part of a major investigation, so don't go getting your hopes up. Nothing of interest gonna happen. Haha, I'll be the judge of that. Anyways, so where are you staying for the time being? Grand Cell Cathedral? I'll have to drop by and say hi sometime when I get the chance. Go for it. In the meantime, I'm dragging your butt right back to the office, Dorothy. You're going to tell us all about what the hell you've been doing these past 2 weeks. You betcha. I snapped photos of every meal I had while I was over in Calvert, so I'm sure if we develop them, I'll be able to remember everything. I'm not talking about your gourmet report. Seeing those two together really makes it sink in that I'm back here. Thinking about it, I wonder how all the others here are doing. I know Estelle and Joshua are abroad at the moment, but I've got no idea what the others are up to. Is that you, Father Graham? Oh, Lieutenant Colonel Sid. It's good to see you again. I'm pleased to see you've been keeping well since we last met at that banquet. The same to you, sir. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting you to be the army representative who came to greet me, though. I figured it'd be Julia. Excuse me again, I got a yawn. Alright, it may have been, but she's currently out on another mission, so unfortunately, you'll have to make do with me. I didn't have anything better to do, so I came in her place. There's no need to be so modest. The little bird told me that you're going to be promoted to full-on colonel soon. Aren't you? I shouldn't be surprised that your people have such good information network, but I still am. Still, I'm afraid I still feel the position is too much responsibility for me as I am. Brigadier General Bright seems still has plenty of work left in him too. I wouldn't want to take any of it from him. Poor Cassius is still getting worked to the bone, huh? Anyway, getting down to business, it's in Grand Cell Cathedral, right? That's correct, it's being kept underneath to be more specific, although I imagine you're already aware of that much. I hear laymen like myself can't even enter it without the knight's permission. Pretty much, it's a special place, you see. I'll fill you in on the details when we get there. Alright then. Well, we may as well head there right away. There's someone I want you to meet in the cathedral. Huh? Who? Let's say someone who's been assisting with this case. They'll be apprising you of the details on what you're dealing with here. Good old Grand Cell. Ah, there you are. Oh, Father Divine. It's good to see you again, Archbishop. You look very well. Huh? And you must be... I was expecting to be quite this young. How old are you? 22, but that's a lot younger than I expected. Are the Grosrich really so short-staffed that they're handing out their most important post to kids? Can't blame me for assuming the 5th Dominion would look more like a veteran, can you? Your surprise is written all over your face. Someone in your position should have much better poker face than that. Maybe you need to redo your training from scratch? Or are you just acting, I wonder? How do you... Professor Russell, please. He isn't here for you to try and pick a fight with him. Please try and be a little less deliberately provocative. Huh? Hell no. He's here to steal the thing we went through so much effort to bring up, and you want me to play nice? And kindly don't call me that ever again. I don't want to be addressed in the same way as that old coot. Of course, ma'am. Wait, Russell? Then are you... I suppose I should introduce myself. I'm Erica Russell. I'm sure it's not a name you're going to be forgetting anytime soon. Is that Tita's mom? I'm assuming that's Tita's mom. Still, I sure didn't expect to run into little Tita's mother here. I'd heard you and your husband were both living abroad. What brought you back? What do you think? After all that went down here, there was no way I was staying out of the country any longer than I had to. So with how remote the region we were in is, it was all over by the time the word reached us. Had we found out sooner, I sure wouldn't have let that maniac pull half the crap he did. Doesn't sound like you're too happy with the professor nowadays, huh? Talk about an understatement. That whack job took my little girl to that floating city with him. I get that he's soft towards her, but that's no excuse for exposing her to danger. That's fair. And as if that isn't bad enough, he let that redhead scumbag get near her too. Red-headed scumbag. She must mean Estelle. That utter cretin isn't fit to be within 50 arg of my darling Tita. Never mind actually getting friendly with her. Oh, a gay, actually, not Tita. Or not Estelle, because actual red hair. So, you don't like a gate, huh? Don't you speak that filthy name in front of me ever again. Oh, when I'm finished with him, he'll wish he'd never been born. He might have survived that last onslaught, but we'll see how he fares against an even more powerful unit, won't we? I get the feeling this is a matter we're better off not prying into. I thought the same, so I don't know any more about it than you do. Incidentally, the Professor Russell you're more familiar with is currently vacationing abroad. As such, she has been assisting us with his case in his place. Oh, I see. Are you two listening to me? Of course. Sorry. Well, whatever. The staircase sure is long, though. How much farther do we have to go? Not much, as far as I know. Yep, there we go. A dead end? I hope you've got a good explanation for this. I do. This isn't a dead end, but to go any farther, I'm going to need you to undertake a ritual of sorts for me. Well, this certainly took a turn for the strange. Is this an example of the church's famous thaumaturgy? Something like that, yes. Specifically, I would like you to undertake a form of suggestion. I'm not sure I follow. You want us to promise not to tell anyone what we see here, right? That's a little extreme, so no. The Colonel is obviously going to need to report what happened here to his superiors, for one thing. All I want you to promise is that you won't tell anyone who you aren't certain you can trust. I don't need you to say it, I just need you to think and believe it. Weird, but alright. If that's all you want us to do, so be it. I feel the same way. Should we deliberately repeat it in our minds then? You don't even need to do that. It should just come completely naturally to you. Alright, here goes. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium. Space's golden glow, consciousness silver glow. By your opposing natures, reveal to them the path that leads to your sacrament. What? How did that door appear? Huh. Thank you both for your assistance. I can see that you were true to your word. Ah, I see. So if we just said it but didn't really mean it, we wouldn't be able to see anything, right? And yet I can hardly believe what happened. I imagine it would be uncouth of me to ask how all of this worked. Yeah, I'd really rather you didn't. Anyway, come on in. Wow. Unbelievable. All these years, I had no idea that such a place lay hidden beneath Grand Slough Cathedral. Well, it's not exactly something we publicized. It was built in accordance with the agreements between the church and royal family. It has but one purpose: to suppress the power of ancient artifacts and keep their influence in check. I see. Its importance to you draws returns quite clear. I'd assume there are similar ones in places other than Libro too. Well, I won't deny it. Anyway, we call this place the Primal Ground. Now there's a deep name if I ever heard one.